control stakeholder engagement, a process where we compare a planned stakeholder engagement with the actual, where we look at issue logs and try to re-strategize stakeholder engagement related activities so that we can get the maximum engagement or support from the stakeholders. So for this goal, we need some inputs, and those inputs could be planning inputs first. So we need to look at project management plan. So first input for this process is project management plan. This plan will have communication management plan, stakeholder management plan, other subsidiary plans, and life cycle and change management related process. So this requires as an input because we want to control the stakeholders' engagement. The second input coming from execution, or while we were managing stakeholders, there were some issues which we could not resolve. So the issue log is a second input, which is coming from working with stakeholders. Now we got the issues which were raised or remain unresolved from stakeholders. We need to look at how our work is going. So we need to look at work performance data. Work performance data comes from executing process group, process function, which is direct and manage project work. The fourth input is project documents like stakeholder register, risk register, change log, activity list, etc., etc. So they also plays a role because here we are trying to analyze or compare the stakeholders' current engagement with the planned one. Now, with all these inputs, we need to put primarily the expert judgment. We need to look for this was the planned, this is coming from execution. Now, if we see some gaps here, if we see that stakeholders are not engaging as expected, we need to take some corrective and preventive actions in the form of change request. So if we find some gaps, we generate the change request. Or in order to find those gaps, we need to put our expert judgment in the form of meetings. So experts will come together and will start analyzing the data which is coming from issue log, work performance data, and look at the plan, and by applying expert judgment and meeting, they try to identify output. Primary output of this process is change request. Now, this is another tool which is used here which is information management system, which is a part of project management system. So information management system is used in order to track or keep off all this information. That tool is provides kind of a backbone to make expert judgment. So third tool is information management system. Now we did an analysis. We saw the issue log. We saw the engagement information of stakeholders. It's not necessary that stakeholder engagement information is directly coming out of issue log. It may get you as an expert may need to extract that information out of work performance data, out of project documents. These may help you to extract the required information which you need to generate the change request. What other output we can expect from a process of monitoring and controlling process group. The second output which always comes from this process group is work performance information. So we get a work performance information, where we are converting the work performance data into an information by way of putting some variances analysis, by showing some level of trend for this particular knowledge area. Beside this, we may update all the standard 3: project management plan, project documents, or organization process assets. So this process may update project management plan, project documents, and organization process assets, because the learning which we are taking here, we may want to record it for other projects. So you can visualize a control stakeholder engagement as a monitoring and controlling process group. That is true, because it's a monitoring and controlling process group function, a process. As a process where we look at data, we primarily looking at data like issue log, work performance data, and then we are looking at a plan which is coming from stakeholder management, stakeholder engagement related goals like stakeholder engagement assessment metrics, and then we are recommending what all changes we should do in order to achieve a desired engagement level, and these changes we recommend in form of change requests. So this was our complete video presentation on PMBOK 5. We have covered all knowledge areas at good length. I recommend you to go through all these videos at least twice, because in a first cycle you just get an overview, and PMBOK is a type of document or type of book where things are very interrelated. While we were in integration management, I was talking about stakeholder register. While we were collecting requirement, I was talking about stakeholders. Now, at that point, you were not aware of the stakeholder management knowledge area, but now you are. So it's better you read this or watch these videos in 2 passes. And best of luck for your PMP exam. It's not a difficult exam. If you follow our video instructions and our simulation exams, you are definitely going to make it in your first try.